At its most foundational level, web development is about building digital experiences that can be uploaded to the internet and accessed via web browsers. That's it. Nothing more complicated than that. But, of course, a lot of steps that go into that. So, first and foremost, let's kind of take a look at some examples here and really unpack that. First up, we've got Google. And this is a website we're all familiar with here. So, basically, like, how does the web development work? Well, Google's got a team of web developers. They build google.com, they write the code, they upload it to a server, which then can access the internet. And then when we go to google.com, we then get the code and the browser shows it to us. And we're using Chrome here, for example, to take a look at that. And that's it. It's really that simple when you lay it out. Of course, a lot goes into that, and we're going to take a look at some of those more detailed pieces, but that's it at its core foundational level. Now, one of the coolest things that we can do, and just to prove that this is code under the hood here, is we can take a look at it through a web browser. So if we right-click here on any page and we hit View Page Source, we can see the code. We can see that this is Google's code, and they're doing some fancy stuff here to make it look a little harder to read. But at the end of the day, that's code. That's code to our browser. The browser then interprets it and then shows it to us in a nice, understandable way. Now, the experiences on the web can range. We can have really static experiences, and we can have much more dynamic experiences as well. So you might be familiar with A List Apart. This is a wonderful blog about design and the web. And this is really a static site. There's just content here, and we can read this content and we can look at it. And there's not like a whole lot of interactivity going on here. And if we look at its code, we can see it. We can see the code here. And this is everything that is being communicated to us through the browser. So code under the hood, the browser interprets it, and then we get to see it. Now that was a really static experience. What about something like Figma, right? This is the project that we're going to be working on, and this is a much more interactive experience here. We can do a lot more things, but again, it's the same thing under the hood. If we look at the code here, we can see this is all just code. They're doing a lot more code because it's a much more involved experience here. And we're seeing some CSS, we're seeing there's some HTML, and everything is pretty dynamic. So we're not going to see a whole lot just right here. But under the hood, it's code. And that's what we're looking at here. So again, web development, very, very simply, is about building the experiences we can access via our browsers on the web.